What's up? Frank, Bitter Seeds, welcome. Okay. So we got a couple of quick tasks tonight. I did want to get this stream in just so we could get builds in, catch up on our backlog, etc. Let's see. Where am I? Okay, yeah, actually, so this build might be quick. We'll just have to find out. You know, famous last words. No packages today, so we could just go straight into it. We got our julie60 build here. So, I mean, I guess this is just like another one of those scenarios where we can probably just do the build first and right away. It is an O-ring build. And it's good because I think I still have some spare looks like this is TX Rev 3 that I could just plug in. But also maybe it could be meaningful to try to test the PCB out, so I could do that. So my intent is to just have this one build done, but not saying that it will be, but in the event that it's a quick one, there's always something else to do, you know? Oh, shit. I'm guessing maybe Vile. Vile? There we go. julie60, here we go. Layout, split back, split right. Key map, we're gonna make some adjustments here. Backspace, left control. Seems good. Media. Ooh, I always struggle a little bit with this one. Finding it in Vile. I think we got it. // home page up, left, right, plus, minus, and page down, down. All right. Gotta unlock this with 2 different pairs of tweezers. Tab and enter. Chonies, welcome. Thank you for the lurk. And Dixius, welcome. I gotta add a little sound thing for this. Alright, so my intent today is to run a tactile switch for this build. I think I have 3 tactiles of choice. Let me know what you guys would like to see. There is cherry tactile gray. There's cherry blue housings with Geon lavender stems. And then there's Leechik X silent tactiles. I'm leaning away from using the silent tactiles, but let me know what you guys might want to see. And Fairop, welcome. We'll see how long I can stay up this time. A 3-stream streak. Nice. Okay, so this looks like it's good. Just got a text and the new passport should be here Thursday. Folks kept saying 3 to 6 weeks. This took 10 days. Ooh. That's good. That is good, right? Anything wrong with having a passport too soon? I guess having a passport too soon, the one singular minor downside would be that it would expire sooner. I need to redo this. God, do you keep doing this thing? This is a 6U wire. I need to put a 7U in. I'm having the opposite problem of yesterday. Hobo Street's welcome. How about excited for a Canadian passport before it expires? Ah, interesting. Okay, so gotta do a 7U. Let's go grab our wires. This is our 6U bag to store it away. We'll go with black. How many times have I done this already? Okay. So we harvested these stabilizers out of the Vero V2 that I'm trying to sell. Which again, I still need to put up on the store. I'm supposed to take some pictures today, but I actually, instead of doing that, I went for a little bike ride. Who is that? And Fairop, thanks for the follow. Welcome everybody on in. A little bit of a late stream, but hopefully actually will not be too long. Quick time check is 10:20. I don't anticipate this going past like 12:30. It's just gonna be a little short stream. Sneaking it in here. Oh, little missing spots. All right. Okie doke. All right. Let me know, guys, which of the 3 potential switches you might like to see. If not anything, then I'll probably just choose one at random. Maybe not random, because I guess I do have some biases. We have cherry tactile grays, Geon lavender stems and cherry blue housings, and then the Leechik X silent tactiles. Leaning away, I'm leaning against the silent tactiles, unless everybody really wants to see it, then I'll consider. So really it's just one of the other 2, which is either basically a cherry medium to high tactile or a Geon lavender cherry Franken switch. First time, that's a cherry tactile gray. It's basically a cherry clear, pre-tool cherry clear. Silent tactiles are illegal. Some are better than others. I will say some are better than others. Some of them are just too silent. Definitely not Claw welcome. Some are just too silent, but some of them are like, they have a silencing effect without actually being like traditionally just too quiet. And so we've seen this before with like I think the TTC bluish white silent. There's apparently like, both a silent and non-silent version, but even the silent version is not that silent, and it sounds pretty good, to be honest. I think that the Zeal silent tactile, I forgot what it was called, Aqua Xylent or something like that. Those are pretty good, I think, also. But for the most part, otherwise, silent switches in general, I want to like them, but I feel like I just can't do it. Like I'm missing it. There's that. Did I already put them in something? Maybe I did. Is this really the last tactile I have? Wait, let me check. I might have put them in something already. Let's check. Okay, it says ready here, but there's a chance that's not true. Oh shit. Yeah, they're already being used. They're in the Rukia 896. I need to update that. Yeah, that's right there. Shit. Okay, so this is a lie. I only have one tactile left really then, and I gotta start working on more tactiles. So this one is in Nokia 896. Frank, welcome. Okay, well I guess it's gonna be this. We're going with a cherry tactile gray. This one's got Spritz Slow 5s. Yeah, Spritz Slow 5s, which is actually it's a pretty heavy sort of build because this is already like, you know, a tactile and also a heavier tactile. It's not a light one. But honestly, I'm okay with it because these, you know, cherry tactile grays are kind of meant to be like crazy heavy. And I'm glad that it's not crazy heavy, but there is still some of that crazy heavy DNA here. Gawk, welcome. This one again. This one again. Oh, funny thing. These are 3-pin. Oop. So given that it's 3-pin, I'm probably gonna try to use the Wise Donkey aligner. Just because there are a few spots where we're not gonna get like the 4 and 5-pin alignments. Just scored 9 Inch Nails tickets for August. Where are they performing? Do I feel like I've seen them? I've seen announcements about this. Oakland Arena. Oh, okay, got it. What date or dates? How many are they doing? One or multiple shows? And what date is it? August 6th. Okay, good to know. Were they crazy pricey? I've seen them. Shit, it was like maybe late 2018. They had back-to-back shows in at Bill Graham, and I went to both. What else? I think I saw them also mid 2022 at Greek Theater in Berkeley. Pricey but expected, especially with Ticketmaster shit. Yeah. I'm curious. I feel like this time around I'll probably want to wait and just kind of see if some tickets will pop up not too expensive. We'll see. I was trying to reach out to see if I could potentially shoot or at least get guest list to Tyler the Creator, which is you know, that's gonna be happening next weekish in San Francisco. There's one I think possibly tonight in Oakland, but I think the San Francisco show is next week. So I asked, and like, hey, can you give me photo or guest list access? And my contact responded, sorry, they're not taking photographers. I'm like, okay, well, like, I'm not sure if that's like, well, what about, did you just miss my other part about just possibly getting non-photo access? Like, is that implied? with that kind of a shutdown, or was there something here lost in translation of how I just kind of want to go? Okay, so these get real spicy here because these are just kind of floating around. All photographers banned in spite. Now I'm guessing that he might just already have like his own crew that includes photography, and so it's just like he doesn't want his likeness to be profited off. I think a lot of bigger artists or bigger acts are like this, where it's just like they'll just hire him directly rather than go through the promoter. Oh, I'm gonna need dummy bottoms on this. Let's go and grab them. Where are they? Here. I think I might already have some with the little thingies removed, unless I used them all up. No, here's one. Is there any other? Okay, here's two. Alright, so let's grab this. The yellow thing. Alright, let's check for any bent pins. I feel like I almost immediately see one. So maybe I might have to do these like just last. Just because they're gonna keep flying off. This one's bent. Alright, drop eagle eyes if you got them. I gotta check through. Looks like we got another one here. Okay, one more, which is this one right here. And I think that should be all of them. One last check. Okay, I think we're good. Hmm. I don't know if I'll need. I mean, it wouldn't hurt, but I don't think I really need the mat, just because I already got like multiple things here. Okay. So one thing kind of wanted to mention is my intended plan for this is actually to use GMK Stealth. I've had Stealth locked away for a really long while. Haven't used it. But the thing is, I have both the the base kit, but I also do have the what I think is alternate alphas that just kind of makes it like monotone gray on black. I think that's what it is. Otherwise, it's like a two-tone like gray on black mods and then black on gray alphas. What do you guys think I should use? Maybe I could run a poll for it. Save, you're welcome. Is that the playlist? Yes. Which I like to use when I'm using 3 pins even with a plate. If the plate has like high compatibility cutouts, because it's just kind of like it's plateless right there. All right. Poll is up. Feel free to get your votes in. Oh, okay. The Savior, welcome. Well, funny thing about this, because it's 3 pin, I don't have to do any like real crazy twisty shit. As mentioned, if there's some chance that this is a quick build, there will be some extra little tasks we could do. Possibly, I make no guarantees, but possibly build level tasks. I don't know yet. This one, it's like we didn't even need to desolder anything. This is not a rebuild. This is just kind of a brand new build. So today was pretty... I would say today was actually kind of productive. Kind of. Let's go with kind of. I mean, I had a full day of work. Went for a bike ride. Watched a Laker game. Took a tiny nap. And then now I'm here doing... doing a build stream. And I don't usually do very many of all of these tasks in one day. So this is kind of like... feels pretty productive. Tomorrow I'm thinking, if I don't feel too bad after this bike ride, I haven't biked in a while. If I don't feel too bad, I'm going to go to the gym tomorrow. It's leg day. But I'm going to have to see how I feel. Also, I'm going to have to see what the weather's like. I was hearing something about how it might rain tomorrow. I don't know if that's still going on. So just like kind of depending, it's like maybe I might go to the gym, maybe I might stream, maybe I might do both, maybe I might do neither, you know? Everything's kind of up in the air. But whether or not I stream tomorrow, I think I'm still going to be back on Thursday. That would be my plan. And then Friday's off. It was pretty nice today, I'm not gonna lie. Kajita, welcome back. I'm gonna get this air on behind me, I realize. Alright. So, that should be good. Although I make no guarantees about the alignment of those 4 switches. Part of me kind of feels like maybe I should just replace those bottoms with 5-pin for those 4 specific switches. But there's another part of me that's just like, how off, like one-offness do we really want on this? Because these are like pre-tool switches, pre-tool housings and stems. So I'm just like, I don't know how many 5-pin housings I have from that era specifically. Oh, that is weird. Be sure to get your votes in. I'm trying to figure out if I should run regular stealth or stealth with alt alphas. Maybe I should have a picture up of the difference. Are there pictures? Oh, I guess it would be like these 2. So it's either this is on the left is regular base and this on the right is with alt alphas. I lost where my place was here. I guess I'm gonna just start again in this row. probably just a couple of minutes left here in this poll, so be sure to vote. This Julie is in all black, except for the brass bottom weight piece, but everything else is black. One thing I think that could be worthwhile is I avoid soldering in the second leg for those 4 specific switches, and then I could mount keycaps on just to try to get the alignment right by like kind of twisting the switch until like it kind of looks right. Interesting how this poll is going. It's funny because I have biases for both. So, and I'll reveal why when the poll finishes very shortly. Alright, coming to a close here. Alright. Looks like alt alphas has won. So, there's a part of me that over time just kind of felt like the just standard base kit actually might be a little bit more interesting. So I was kind of leaning towards that tonight, but there's a lot going for the others, which is the all black of it is probably just going to match better with the julie60 since it's in black. And then the rest of the arguments kind of are really stupid, but it's like, if I don't use the alt alphas, why did I buy them? And then finally, I think I've already sorted it out, like the alt alphas is what I'm going to be using. I think. I'll have to look through and just check. Oh. So anyways, with that, I don't think there was really a loser here. So, but you guys chose the winner. Okay. So, that should be it there. We will solder in all of the second legs, but try to remember to not solder in the second legs for those 4 specific switches. So that I don't forget, let's just work bottom up. Alright. And then let's also, I'm going to skip to this one and again avoid doing those last two. So I'll work up from here. Final row. Then after I do that, then I'll just have the two mid-top rows. I do have some news and notes for you guys. Even though it's only been a day, I do have a little bit of news and notes. I just watched the Lakers win. That was cool. I kind of took a nap in the third quarter. But that was kind of crazy, that game. Kind of sucks that they didn't like air the Anthony Davis tribute video. Let's see. Anyone here bike? Like I ride my bike, try to, you know, sometimes it's just to get around a little easier. Sometimes it's just for some light exercise because I don't bike that much. But the problem is that like I don't really know that much about biking. And I've run into this problem a couple times, and like I don't know if I'm just like a total like idiot novice. So if anyone here is, let me know if you know anything about biking. Anyways, I was on this bike ride. Just a couple miles. It's like it's hardly exercise because a lot of it just feels like not even pedaling. But midway I stopped to grab some pizza. Which is like always a horrible idea, is to like bike out somewhere to eat and then like shit you gotta like ride back on a full stomach. I think a lot of brother is a city cyclist. I see. Okay, so I got this thing where on my way home, I don't know if this is doxing that much, but on my way home, there's a part of it that goes uphill a little. So like I spent most of my ride, you know, it's not super crazy steep or anything like that, but a portion of it feels a little bit uphill on my way back home. The thing is, there's like literally one stretch of a short street where it's like, okay, this is like a little bit steeper than everything else, a little bit. It's not anything crazy. So what I do is like I try to raise the gear, and then sometimes like I raise the gear while I'm on it, like while I'm on the hill, like, or the steep part going up. Okay, I think we just finished, so except for those last four. So I'm gonna find the keycaps and then throw them on. So anyways, I try to change the gear while I'm going up. I'm not sure if that's just like you're not supposed to do that, because today it happened again, and this is like not the first time it's happened where like when I do that and like I guess get to the highest gear, like the chain gets all fucked up, and then like the rest of my ride is ruined. Luckily, I was like kind of close to home by that point, so it's not like the worst thing in the universe. Just had to walk it back, but it's just like embarrassing. And like I don't know if I'm just like, am I just an idiot? You guys think that's what it is? Am I just dumb? This is GMK Dark. I think this is stealth. Yes, biggest idiot I know. Watagaki, welcome. We got a Watagaki shirt. Oh shit, I'm not even wearing a Watagaki shirt. I'm gonna change it to a Watagaki shirt. That's what I forgot to do when I was setting up. Alright. There we go. We got the Watagaki shirt. The the Bape Evangelion. Derailer work. Probably a huge pain. I don't know what most of those words mean. Derailer? Is that my problem? The derailer? So swag. Okay, so GMK Stealth with these alt alphas basically just turns it into a super, like almost not present. Oh god. You know what? There is something that's going to make this take long, which is I think I'm supposed to actually run a stem shaver on this. So despite this being, you know, pre-tool, I think there's still kind of like an oversized stem issue with this. So let's just run it. Although it doesn't seem quite as bad as like newer clears. Yikes. Because it actually slides on pretty alright. So I'm probably just going to do the X's only. What I mean by that is I'm not going straight down. What I'm instead doing is I'm going diagonally in each direction, and I'm going to try to do it twice. That said, one of the things that kind of sucks about this is that, like, when I did this for the IDK60, I gotta tell you guys, my arm was like sore the next day, but I think it's because like these are the cherry purples, and I think these newer ones, they're just so big. So hopefully these aren't as much, and like I can feel like I don't have to put as much pressure, but still it's like I do have to do this, you know, what is essentially a couple hundred times. Fix my overshaved box royals with saran wrap on the stem. It's like calibrating. You overshot it. So I was on Depop earlier. I just kind of was thinking like maybe I should sign up for a Depop, just so I could try to sell my stuff, instead of taking it to Second Street, which was giving me like, in some cases, less than 10%, some cases 5% of what I was paying for. And yeah, I'm looking at Depop. It's like, okay, like I still haven't signed up, but I was just looking at stuff, and it's like, okay, yeah, these prices are higher than Second Street's prices when it comes to like what you'd actually buy stuff for, but it makes more sense that way. It was pretty cool, man. I was seeing some really cool like Seattle Supersonics starter jackets. Pretty lit. Okay, I finished the first row. I'll take a little break on my hands here. Maybe I'll throw the actual keycaps on as a way to give my fingers a break. So it's not terrible, but it is honestly still actually pretty tight. But it's not, I don't think it's terrible. Maybe I shouldn't do this because, I don't know, I still should have a good angle. Okay. Okay, what else we got here? Saw that OmniType is helping out with even more space cables recovery projects. Saw that Dandy and Classic Beige at a state where it's not going to be getting fulfilled by space cables anymore, I guess. Anybody get in on those? Dandy Round 2 or Classic Beige? You guys already know my feelings about stores. Not done with keyboards. Whew. Okay. Whoa. Okay. T Y. Damn, these legends are so dark. I kind of want to do this one a little bit more. This one is kind of gnarly. Okay, that was actually good. All right. Some of these just feel really especially tight on the down, like bottom left angle. Maybe that's just because that's where my hand is positioned in comparison to it. These are MX Grays, right, with the clear stem bumps? Yeah. These are pre-tools. So a lot of these actually, like, they're still tight. They are still tight. But they don't feel as tight as, like, newer clears or purples or anything. But again, they are still a little tight. So I'm just doing this to kind of be sure. I'm pretty sure I've already used keycaps on these too. But again, there's like more resistance here than, you know, kind of like any other normal cherry switch from really any era. That cherry switches that aren't the like heavier tactiles. Whew. Excuse me. More news. Can Keys. I saw Can Keys having a little sale. It's on pastel switches. So I have some carded, but I'm just kind of like, do I need switches? First of all, second of all, pretty sure if I recall correctly, Can Keys doesn't have a free shipping tier. But even so, I'm struggling to find other things to like cart, even if they did have one. There's like 2 pastels left that I don't have that are not polyethylene anywhere. They have a few that are polyethylene tops or bottoms or stems, so those just like don't count. Whew. This again ends up being a long stream just because of the stem shaving. If not for the stem shaving, this build would probably already be done, huh? An hour in. Or if this trying it with my less dominant hand does anything, I guess. I guess it really just kind of depends on what angle you're coming in from. Music's a bit loud compared to your voice. Oh, probably, but also probably because I'm talking kind of quiet, so I'm kind of trailing off a little bit. But Gok, welcome. I'll lower it anyways. I don't know if this will be better. Yeah, I'm just mumbling right now. You know how it is. Okay, so these are pretty aligned pretty stupid, so we'll have to fix these two. A, S, and D. Let's try this. Come back around. I forget what happened with the last Julie build. Is this a totally different config? Yeah, the last one was cherry, high rose orange on ABS. This one here is going to be, well, this is cherry pre-tool tactile grays on aluminum. I did actually kind of like the last one, but I haven't broken it down yet, so before we install this one, we could do a little type test on the previous one that's already installed. Just have to remember to do that and not skip that step, which is something I've been doing lately. Last time I was just like, yeah, let's do a type test, and then I pull it out, and then I just immediately started unscrewing it. This is stupid. Alright, try again. Stay focused. It's hard, man. Staying focused is not an easy task. I gotta reorganize a lot of my keyboard stuff. I have all these like secondary builds, and they're all sorted into like boxes in my pantry. The problem is that I think at some point I might have run out of boxes, or at least I've misplaced some boxes, so now just like I have an excess of these secondary builds that are just sitting around, like unsorted. Whew. Koala, welcome. Alright. Okay, so this one isn't soldered in entirely. So I gotta like hold it down kind of while I do this stem shaving, which I'm doing at an angle. Just PCB plates hanging around, yeah. Or like they're like fully finished like soldered assemblies. Or they're just kind of like sitting there. Like I have them labeled, but they're not like sorted in the system I like for them to be in. My hands are kind of fatigued now, I gotta be honest. So like going slower. I'm going slower now than I was 20 minutes ago. I'm almost done. I got this last row. You old fool. This should hopefully be one of the last times I have to shave stems. Hopefully. I make no guarantees. I don't know when I'll be getting in cherry heavy tactiles anytime soon. Probably not going to be, but I don't know. Who knows? Randy might surprise me with more. By the way, Randy, I am not 100% sure, but I might need more PBB stems. Do you happen to have any? If not, it's cool because I might need to at some point make another AliExpress purchase anyways. A bunch. Might rebuild my piggy and build a 4th Kyria, but basically done. I have a bunch. Okay. And again, should you ever want, I can also just work on building, you know, any leftover builds you've been too lazy to do. How many do you need? I don't actually 100% know, but I will find out. Supposed to build my LX60 on stream, but I got bored and just built it right now. Nice. How is it? It's a proto, right? Okay. So, this is it. The thing though is that I haven't finished soldering in these 4 switches because these are 3 pins on these like cutouts that are kind of too open. So I wanted to like do a little twisting just to see if I can get it just right. So this one I have to twist a little bit clockwise, which from this direction would be counterclockwise. Probably the same here. Was one from lube? Dodge a bullet because I skipped out on lube group buy. Had more houses. Would need more boards. Bokeh Bob's Proto. Sick. Oh shit, did I? Fuck, I think I did the wrong way. I made that way worse. I'm supposed to go counterclockwise. Okay, not terrible. I feel like it still needs to be just a little bit more. Okay. Now I just need to do what I think is the same thing for this one. It's really hard because it's like I have to push it to keep it soldered all the way in, but also rotate it, but also like hold it all together. So it could be a little bit challenging. Okay, I think I did this one too much. It's too tight. I got bored and built my. Oh, the switches used were too tight. Okay, I feel like this is fine now. As for this one, probably need to go a little bit counterclockwise, so clockwise from this side. Which I think and I hope will be a little bit easier, just because I can hold it from this angle. Alright. Gotta make these like micro adjustments. Where is my stream? We're knocking it down to one less stream. Jesus. Clockwise, so counterclockwise. Can you roast Savior to stream his keyboards? I don't think I can. I don't even think Savior is a streamer. I say fuck me for. Okay, this one needs to go clockwise. That didn't do anything. God damn it, this shit. Come on, man. You know, I think this one is actually locked in place and this one is still just like kind of too wrong. So this needs to go left. It just needs to move left. So in this particular case, I need to shift it right. Oh shit, let me PayPal you right now for the plate. Oh, we're gonna, oh yeah, there's that question. God damn it. Never wrong. Clockwise. We're almost there. Yeah, Randy, so the context here is that, like, I got a bunch of my plates tapped, but Savior backed out because it was, like, almost 3 times the price. Specifically for the Frog mini plate to be tapped at 1 unit. Okay, I feel like that's good. Alright. I'm just gonna solder the last few here now. Just 4 pins. Okay. Let's do a test. Oh, it's vile. tester, unlock. Ooh, y'all hear that? That was crazy. Alright, sweet. Let's do one more check. Alright, top row is definitely good enough. Bottom row, or like ZXCV row, is probably fine. Yeah, let's go with that. We got some M1.6 by 4mm standoffs and M1.6 by 3mm and 4mm screws. 1.6 fit perfectly between the housings. Alright, I'm gonna go wash my hands and then remind me that we need to do the type test for the linear build. Linear on ABS. I usually get mine from AliExpress, but Amazon might have some. I'm sure Amazon has it, but probably more expensive. But if you have Prime, then maybe it offsets it a little bit. Alright, type test, type test, type test. Old type test. That's what we need to do. Oh, actually, before we do that, I'll just put this O-ring on it now. Okay. Whoa. Jesus, heavy. Okay, this is CRP black on black. ABS plate with cherry high rose orange. And I don't know what spring. There we go. Okay. So that's the previous build. Let's throw this newer one on. Gonna have to remember how to do it. Probably, hopefully, shouldn't be too crazy. Just open up the 4 screws and should be straightforward. I think the hard part, if I recall correctly, the hard part was the initial build where you had to install the daughter board, because took me a while to figure that whole thing out. How to what was it, the the light plop that we had to do on the table to get this plate out. Oh shit. 2 more. I always forget that. Oh. Oh, interesting. This is I top mounted this. I forgot I did that. Okay, so we did a top mount on this. We're doing gummy O-ring this time, unless you guys really want to see this top mounted. The second build. What are your guys' thoughts? O-ring on top. Okay. I mean, I guess we could do both. I plugged it in, right? Yeah, I did. That's the one thing that's always embarrassing is when I forget to plug in the JST. Okie doke. Okay, so this is O-ring mount, alu, cherry tactile gray with GMK this time around. So let's do this. Spacebar fucks, alphas fuck, cherry tactile gray, what are those? They're basically just clears. Stock, they come with way heavier springs than clears, which stock clear springs are already crazy heavy, so it's wild that they make an even heavier spring for it. But it's like, to me, it doesn't matter because I just spring swap anyways. It's more just aesthetic. Okay, so that was O-ring mount. We can go and try. I'm willing to just try the top mount just to see. But I'm kind of picturing that I do really like this. Yeah, I mean this O-ring mount's pretty lit. But I'm just like, while we're here, why not try top mount out? There was a thought here that like I'd have a bunch of extra time in today's stream just because I thought this would be a fast build, but we ended up having to do some stem shaving. You know, that always takes some time. And then I'm realizing again that here we have 2 different mounting styles. So we're going to try both of them, and there's a chance that I might come back to the first one. Alright, so problem is that it's really dark. So it's kind of hard to see. There we go. Alright, there's by default no spacebar mounting point. There is a top one here though. Okay, so we're switching here to top mount. See what you guys feel about it. Okay. So previous one was gummy O-ring mount. This one here is top mount. Again, we got the aluminum plate, cherry tactile grays, and GMK stealth with the alt alphas. Here we go. Top mount sounds better. I don't know whether an adjective is positive or negative anymore. Top mount sounds better. You think so? It's close. I mean, it sounds like a good top mount. It sounds like a top mount, but it sounds like a good one. I kind of get this feeling I might like the gummy O-ring mount better, but I don't know. Anyone clipped either of them? I think just because it's louder is why I like it. I see. Gawk, what adjective? Or just any adjective? Like blue? Fucks. Oh. And a bunch of others got it. What do you think? Let's just do like a quick 1 minute poll. Which one do you guys like better? All right, 1 minute poll. Get your vote in. Let me know what you guys like better. I kind of like the gummy O-ring, but you can make a case for both because they both sound pretty good. Oh. After all these years on Twitch, I still don't know how to clip things. I think it's the thing that looks like a clapperboard. Is that what it is? Alright, let me fix this. Julie60. In case you guys want to see it. So we're going to call this B and A stealth with alt alphas. This ended up being the cherry grays with Sprit Slow Extreme 5 68 gram springs. Built. Oh shit. Built. Alright, gummy O-ring 1. By how much? 2 to 1. Alright. So we last built this about a month ago. Wow, it's really been a month, huh? But this one we did a top, and this one we're gonna do gummy O-ring. Mounted julie60. Okay. Sweet. Alright, so I don't have very many tactiles left, so I'm gonna have to figure out that whole situation. Let's see. What's in my schedule? I also need to redo this gummy O-ring mount thing, but I'm supposed to do a couple of rebuilds on Thursday, but I mean, all of this is kind of fluid, so I can kind of just do just linear ones until I have more tactiles prepped. Okay, so anyways, let's change it back. Starting to enjoy tactiles a little more than linears. People can change, man. People can change. Same, but that's because of EC. Coming of Age Story 2025. I'm starting to enjoy clickies. Beast Frank. And I'm making some slick clicks. What is a slick click? $1 million actuation broken MX blue. Is it good? Gonna put those on MC65. I actually really like MX white. I think it's like MX blue with like a little bit of factory lube. I wonder how they compare to these, you know, heavily broken in cherry blue. Whew. Box Jays need to make a return in 2025. Alright, let's do a couple more tests here. Again, back to gummy O-ring mount. Cream cookies are still so weird every time I use them, yeah. Whoa. Cream clickies? Yeah, the Novel Keys ones. They're like linear but clicky. Didn't you know that's a thing? Yeah. Alright, last one here. Linear click you is a mindfuck. It's super weird. Okay, so that's this build. Happy to say. Okay, so then I have a bunch of little tasks. Some of them kind of go up to like full builds, but I don't know how much longer I really want to stream. We're at about the 2-hour mark, so I'm thinking maybe we could just do some of these smaller tasks. I'll just see how long this takes. Well, I guess I'll... there's a few things here. I gotta like bag these up so I don't like lose them. And then I'm gonna clean this out. The IDK. Ah. Oh, heavy boy. Okay, so we have this weird thing that I need to figure out how to break down. So let's try to figure it out here. This right here is like a holdover Topre build. Came from, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just, well, I need to take these keycaps off. But this is these are silent real forces. This is for my silent 55 gram that was in the digilog. So I gotta pull out all these keycaps. The plate is still good, but I just don't think I'm ever gonna use it again. I don't know what the best way is, because it's just keycaps on sliders and housings. And then I guess I'm gonna pop out all of the housings and sliders, which I believe I tuned in the past. I think. Looks like it, yeah. Because we did do this build, I think, sometime like in the last 12 to 18 months. Jesus Christ. Just want the fucking LED? Impossible. I feel like that's not going to be the only one. How many more weird ones are there? Might just be those two, right? God damn, this would have been like way easier if I just pulled these off during this, like when it was on top of domes. This is super dumb. I'm trying to do this now. Oh, here's the stray slider on the bottom left control. Like, this is kind of goofy because, like, what do you do with real force TKL caps if you ever do a conversion? Like, if you're harvesting or you're converting it to something else, what do you do with this? Because, like, that bottom left control is just entirely useless at that point. I mean, I guess you just get another one of these plates cut, I suppose. I don't know. I don't know what you would do with real force keycaps, period. The hell? Oh, I also had recently just learned about that thing I was mentioning in chat here, which is silenced real force 2Us are black, but they are actually a different shape than unsilenced 2U. I'd never known that before. I'd known about the purpleness of real force silenced housings and sliders, but I don't think I ever looked that hard at the 2Us. This might end up taking the rest of stream, just because a little bit less certainty of how to move forward here. Okay. Oh, I guess what's interesting is I could end up using this. But then, I mean, if I ever use it, I just have to go together. Okay, so I have this tool from Nihon Jam. Just kind of have to remember how to use it. Is it this? Oh, okay, I remember. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty lit. When it's not super tight, this is actually pretty cool. Randy, do you want one of these? I have like 2 extras. Look how simple this is. Although I have tried this in plates that were like a little bit tighter and it's not quite as nice. Also, I'm not 100% sure that I recognize that this is really how to do this last time, but now I do, and it's actually pretty nifty. Sure, I'm down to try it. Yeah. more spudger necessary, I guess. Yeah, I tried using this previously, and I don't think I actually picked up on this is how you do it. Also, I think there's another insert for this. So it's like basically this holds this in place, and you can see the nubs here to accommodate for the nubs there. And you just kind of push this down. But what's interesting is that there's another insert that has a circular end, if you see that. So I think this is if you just want to get the sliders out, which I'm not going to do because I specifically don't want to do that here, especially with all these silencing rings, but that's how it would work, I guess. I wonder how it'll be when it's really tight, because one of the things I wanted to do actually was just kind of figure out a replacement situation for my heavy grail veracity, and I know that one is just really especially tight, that whole plate and housing situation. So that could be another thing we could take a look at. Let's see how much time. I thought that maybe this was going to take a lot longer before I recognize that this is actually pretty slick. Silly, welcome. I believe followers only mode got turned off very early in this stream. Thanks to Frank. Which is kind of funny, like when I see when Randy or Frank come in and turn off followers only, I'm like, should I turn off that redeem? Glad to hear it. Hell yeah. Alright, let's get that hydrate in. Where's my water? Another thing, silly. Sometimes you redeem hydrate and then I just forget to do it. So, regarding that, sorry. Does this work on the stabilizers? Not really. Unfortunately, yeah. Oh, it kind of does. You just kind of have to, like, jockey it around a little better. Or a little differently. Wow, okay. Yeah, this is pretty neat, I will say. Now, I think the last issue here is that you'll still need a spudger for the 2Us. Which I think they're clipped in from the sides, am I right? See, I still gotta monkey around with this. Oh, okay. Alright. There we go. And there we go. Okay, that was way faster than I anticipated. So, sick. That makes me wonder. Should I try using these in the veracity that I was intending to do? It's like I can, and like they're already, everything here is already tuned. I gotta think about that. is... Oh, shit. There's the little slider in here. Okay. Well, that was actually really sick. I'm just like checking the clock now. It's like, should I do more? I feel like maybe I'll save this. I'll save this for another night just because I could be streaming tomorrow. Also might not. But on top of that, like, I'm gonna have to shuffle a few builds around, I think, because of my lack of tactiles for tactile builds that I need to do. So I think that's something I'll have to think of. So okay, in that case, yeah, let's just kind of wrap it up here. Then I'll get Lightroom open. We could do another print for giveaway. Yeah, I'm trying to get more builds done, but I'm also trying to do like some streams that are a little bit shorter. And I think if I wrap up here, it'll be pretty nice. So, okay. Anyways, I did just post this to Instagram, my Corner Blockers account. My print looks good on my fridge. Hell yeah. So yeah, go like and follow my keyboard Instagram and other Instagrams if you care to. Let's see. So this can't find. If I did show in Finder, locate. Okay, I think I get disconnected. I did. Okay, there we go. Back in business. All right. Well, let's just do that thing again. First one to call out the print that they see. Actually, I need to fix this one. I need to fix this Freya. This thing got messed up like crazy right here. Oh, that's not the only place either. Cheese. We'll try not to do redos. We already did the cheese last time around. What would that keycap set? This one? This is XDA Bunny Mailer. This is Tina's key set on the Freya. Yeah, Bunny Mailer. Is that post stamps? Yeah. It's supposed to be like a Bunny Mailer. I like it. All right, should we do the Freya then? The Freya with this. Tina said there's still some issues with it. We fixed the P after doing all of that stuff to, you know, break and then re-jump like all these hot swap sockets. But then now there's like issues with other keys. And I think there was some mention that it could be something in the firmware that's causing the issues, but it's just hard to tell, right? Anyways, Did I win a giveaway last night? Did you? I don't know, dude. Let's see. Last night was Kill Combat, Wadogaki, Long Pikachu, and the Swiss/Honey print, which is what I posted today. And we're getting pinged. Oh, you got pinged because you had to finish. You finished in last, and you had to choose a raid target. And then yeah, you were gone. So we raided Sup Caitlin. Okay. So yeah, let's do this one. Let's expand this a little bit. Picked who I would have picked anyways. Alrighty. Go with Luster High Print. Alrighty. And then for my next trick, I'm going to turn followers only mode back on. All right. Game here. This may be the last long Pikachu. May. Nope. Alright, I'll set that one aside for you guys. You know exactly what I want. Okay, so we're gonna put a potential stop to long Pikachu giveaways. This might be the last one, but I gotta figure out. I gotta run through the numbers and stuff. VCH. Alright, let's see. Alright, will this work? Yep, okay. Alright, commands. You guys already know them. I need to take those merch pictures. Okay. So, raid messages for if you're subbed or if you're not. I may be back tomorrow, but if not, I should very well be back on Thursday. We'll just have to see, you know, everything's fluid. Life is fluid, you guys know how it is. Alright, till then, good night.